We're going to replace a sway bar link on a Honda Pilot. This will be on the front driver's side. Put the car in that jack stand. To gain access, we'll turn the wheel. This will give us some room to work. With the wheel turned out, we can see the sway bar link. The sway bar link connects the strut to the sway bar. Here's the top of the strut. There's the strut, and down here is the sway bar. You can see this is very sloppy, very shitty. At the top, it's even worse. You can see it just rattle. The bolts can be a little tricky. As you can see, it's completely rusted. The bolt has to be held stable with an Allen wrench as you unscrew the nut. Spray it down with some PB Blaster. Need a 5mm Allen. The new sway bar link, you can see that the Allen will fit right in. Put on an 18mm wrench. For more leverage, we'll use a breaker bar and a cheater bar that allows us to loosen it up. Because this is connected to a ball joint, it'll usually just spin inside the ball joint, which this time it did as well. We'll need to cut this bolt off with an angle grinder. If you can get an angle grinder in there. We'll grip on with a vice grip, then we'll use the breaker bar, and that time it moved. Now that it's broken loose, we'll use a ratchet. Now you can just feel it spinning off. That's a lot easier than grinding it off. See, the vice grip did a really good job of securing that ball joint. Pull that nut off. The lower ball joint will pull out. The bottom end is free. To access the top, we'll remove the wheel. Here's the top portion of the link. Use the vice grip in the same way. It's got to be on there really tight. With a cheater, we'll move it until the vice grip hits the spring. Now it's starting to move. Now that it's moving, we'll use a ratchet. On this side, we can fit an impact wrench in there. Makes it a lot easier. While removing the nut, you can see the ball joint just fell right out. Stuck on, we may cut it off with the angle grinder. At least we can fit it in here this time. While grinding it up, I heated up the bolt and it loosened it up a bit. Now the bolt spins off. And now the top is free. We'll check the size of the new one we got. Looks like the same thing. The new one comes with grease zerks. That way you can actually maintain it so it'll last longer. This old one was non-maintenance. This new link has the ability to stabilize everything with an Allen wrench. You can place the Allen wrench in while tightening up the nut. This old one did not have the feature, which made it a little bit more challenging getting it off. We'll tighten up the zerks. We'll add in some grease. You want to put enough grease in that you can feel it into the bulb, but you don't want to blow out the bulb. Installing the new part is the easy. With everything new, everything spins on real. With the ratchet, we can reinstall everything. Make sure everything's nice and tight. Now the top is on nice and secure. We'll place the bottom into the sway bar. Now the top and the bottom are secure. That's how you replace a sway bar link on most cars.